Alright, thank you for stopping by. I'm Chris the Collector, and welcome to my collection chamber. Today I just want to cover graded video games. I've been trying to get into this since like August. Right now it's January 2022. And I've been trying to get into this since August of 2021. And before I get into stuff, I like to try and do my research before I invest. That's the wise thing to do. And I like to go over things. And so amongst my friends and stuff, my cousins, my family members, I try to, talk about things and get everybody's, aspects of the situation. And at work, I have, a good friend, a good buddy of mine's, Kobe. How you doing? Um, he has a pretty good understanding of it, just like me. I started out talking to him about it, basically. And so, his interest is the same as mine. It's something that's ideal, and it's logical, and in collecting. And with that being said, we're all okay. Get a good video game, something that nobody else really has out there and stuff. It can build value like that if you get it graded, stuff like that. Not everything everybody's trying to get graded. We go about it like the stuff we liked that we wanted to play, that nobody really has interest in that much of, and like that it'll have value in a sense. And if not, hey, it's something that's of personal value. So we both agreed on that part. And games that's not mainly really out there graded. We focused on stuff like that. And so since we came to that conclusion and I got that part out the way, now I'm into the phase of, sending my stuff off. And I already sent some stuff off back in November for WATA. And, I'm all for WATA and stuff. I really like the fact that WATA was one of the first ones to try it. But their turnaround times right now ain't that great. I've heard a lot of people say it. I've watched a lot of people on their grading of comics, and they're all arguing and upset about the turnaround time. And so am I can say that. To get there, just to get opened after I sent it, was about 3 weeks before they even decided to put it on the line. And then after 3 weeks, it took about another week or a week and a half. You might as well say another 2 weeks before they even tried to grade it. So that's 5 weeks in, and they started grading it. And then after that, it shows the process of what's going on as it arrives. Boom, that's where it starts. Then, okay, we're reviewing it. Now we're going to grade it. After we grade it, then we're going to sell it. It goes through the steps. And mine's been on the process of encasing it, or whatever you should say, putting it in the case. And it's been on this phase for about almost 3.5 weeks, going on 4 weeks. I'm like, dang, they said my turnaround time would be no more than probably a month and a half, and it's almost 3 months. And it's still in the process of being capped and put in the capsule. So, alright, I understand that they're also moving here to California from Colorado. I understand that. So I told myself, okay, I give them about 2 months, in the process of transferring. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good as far as getting graded. But I'm not in a big rush anyhow. not a rush because I already have a bunch of games as it is. What can I care about that, right? But it's not that. I just I like to see stuff get moving. Don't hold on to people's stuff. People will be like, dang, everybody wants to have something or see results like rapid, not snail process. This is the U.S. We don't have no problem with shipping and moving stuff around from state to state. I can see if it was something coming from Canada or Italy or something. Okay, I can understand 3 months time, but this is the U.S. It shouldn't take no more than a month process, especially if it's somebody that has one thing like me, not like 20 to 12 to 15 cases. I'm sending in 15 games. I'm not doing that. It's just one game. I just want to go about seeing how you guys do on grading and all that. So, I know also they're not the only one. There's another game I'm putting you up against, WATA up against, and it's player one grading. And they're doing pretty good. I sent it off, at the start? No, at the end of December. They got their Christmas Eve, matter of fact. And there's another story behind this game. But they picked up, they dropped the ball on me, but they picked it up and was like, okay, it's our fault. And, they're just going along, keeping me informed of what's going on. I like that. I like that part a lot. Even though I did do my background and I really couldn't find foundation of where it is. And it's like a P.O. box, basically. But I was like, whatever. But this is $1,000 game that I sent in too. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Can you believe that? But no, I'm up against them. And their process is pretty good, pretty fast, I didn't like the fact that I had to pay for membership. But I'm okay with that. I was like, everybody has their things, they need to get going, get their foot in the door. So I understand. So I'm okay with the membership. I wasn't at first, but I am now. I'm pretty good with it. It's like $50, whatever. But their turnaround time is somewhat decent right now. I'm going through the process. I sent it in. It's been about 2 weeks already. It's the 11th. It's January 11th, I believe, 12th, and my stuff is already getting graded. It's been there for about a week and a half. And I'm like, dang, I like that. It's in the process, they moving along, and each time it goes through a process, they're emailing me. Like, okay, we just received it. Now we got to go over it. Then we got to grade it. They're sending me emails each time it goes through a process. I can get on the computer and check it out. WATA, they're like, whatever, we got our money. Hey, I think they're, behind on because everybody's waiting for, their materials from overseas. They're talking about all this big hold up. And I guess everybody's getting in on action. We're all backed up everywhere. Every company, I'm like, this is the part where in home, where you do stuff here in the U.S. You won't have to worry about that, right? What's wrong with manufacturing plastic so you can encap all your stuff? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with having a factory to do that in your own house? Why are you being lazy sending stuff to other countries for materials and your product? And now everything's being held up, and you're like, but you still doing business. You still taking people's stuff if you don't have the materials to do your job. I don't get it. This is when you go ahead and do factories out here, home base. Your own people, your own little operation. Look at that. And you can be a bit ahead of everybody. Everybody needs to pay attention to that. Little things like plastic casing, moldings here in the U.S. What's wrong with that? I mean, this isn't no automobile parts, no engine parts or nothing. This is just plastic. And you guys telling us, oh, we don't have it. We're waiting. We're backed up. We're waiting for everything to open up in the docks. Anyhow, so that's what's going on with that. And whenever I get anything from either WATA, Player One, there's a couple of more grading companies I want to try out too. So I'm gonna start sending stuff off to a lot of people right now. And whenever I get it, I'm gonna start reviewing it and show you guys what's going on. But until then, okay. This is just my take on companies with their grading systems and turnaround time.